Good morning, folks. Bald man walking. Heading out for the morning. And see that view right there? There's paintings in this shop here. See if I can see. Maybe later on we'll check them out. One of these places here has some paintings right in there somewhere. But one of them is that view right there like that. So start off from here. I'm usually up in that balcony right there. I got the private room with its private bathroom just to chill for a couple of days. So you walk up this way. There's a Museum of the Pilgrims right there ahead. And it's actually quite cool right now. Let's see. 9 in the morning. It's 55 degrees at 9 a.m. I'll check in the, okay, right back at you. Okay, here's the cathedral side entrance. This is where the entrance has been for most people in a while because of the Portico Glory had been working on. So this is the back area. You go to the plaza up there to the right. Now I'm gonna go get some food. So we move the scaffolding up to the side over here. But there's some amazing views right here. Look, the detail of the cathedral itself. Like I say, it's 9:03. Most of the time, by this time, it's already a bit more buzzing, but I guess because of everything that's gone on, they're just slowly starting to open up. So I'm gonna go have a little simple breakfast over here, but I think they've got eggs and stuff, so I'm hungry. Hopefully, because a lot of the places have been shut down now. Okay, check in. All right back at you. See that place right there? That's usually where I would come and eat breakfast. But now there's nothing there. And none of these things here are open. And so I'm at that point where I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to find for breakfast. My hope is that when I return in July, when I walk into Santiago, the early part of July, first week in July, that most of this will be back to normal. And we'll start seeing these street vendors here. There's another restaurants here. And like I said, everything's just shut down. Here's Correos, the post office. There's anywhere on the Camino, if you send stuff, this is where you're going to pick it up when you get in. They have their El Camino con Correos stuff. All right, check back. Okay, we'll just piece these little 1-minute clips together, and we'll see if we can put a little extended video out there. Now, people are wondering. One of my friends saw one of the videos I put on Facebook and recognized it as the place that I usually stay when I'm here. I was wondering what I'm doing at the beginning. And therefore, one of the things that I talk about would be that I came here to relax for a couple of days. You know, first few caminos, I arrived and worked my way to Saint Jean and was walking on day 2. Arrived day 1, worked my way all the way to St. John, and day 2 start walking. But that after the first year, well, you know, all the enthusiasm and all that energy helps get you through the Pyrenees. Second year I struggled. Third year was horrible struggle because I walked in the freezing rain all through the Pyrenees. Check back in a bit. All right, once again. And so getting back to it, I was, like I say, that third year, freezing rain all day in the Pyrenees. And so fourth year, when Matt came, we went to Amsterdam for a couple days, Belgium a day, France for the day, and then finally worked our way to St. John. So we didn't start walking till day 4, day 5, and perfect. Felt great, no jet lag, and had a blast. And so I decided that, you know, I would have done probably the same thing last year, but it was canceled because of the pandemic. So this year, instead of going to Amsterdam, you know, it's one thing about Amsterdam is it's expensive. So check back in. All right, yeah, Amsterdam being expensive. You know, I'll just go visit my buddy in Santiago. And so when I flew into Madrid yesterday, I already had another flight booked for from Madrid to Santiago. Direct flight, Iberia Airlines. It was like an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. So I was here by 5:30. Bus takes you straight, it drops me off like about 2 blocks that way over there. And therefore, I came over here. And then so I called Mercedes. She owns that place that I'm staying at. Stayed there since Rebecca and I stayed here 2018. And it's like family, so you know, I stay there. Okay, 1 minute. So yeah, I stay there. So I called her. Actually, I called her on WhatsApp a couple of weeks ago from Texas, and told her I'd be coming in. Told her when and where, and so she was waiting for me. You know, and so I took the private room, and now I'm looking for breakfast. But there's a story behind these ladies here. There's 2 sisters. There's some little stuff there. I've taken a picture there with some friends, but back to the quest for breakfast. This is Parque Alameda, and there's a bench about maybe 100 yards that way, and it's like the whisperer's bench. You can sit at the opposite ends and whisper to each other, have an entire conversation in a whisper. Just the design, it's an old concrete stone enclosure, like half moon type of a structure. I see a cafe over here. I'm gonna go see if I can find some breakfast. Let's see what I can get, because I'm hungry. All right, check with you back. All right, there's a couple of sidewalk cafes right here, right there that I walked right by. So let me check on those, and then I'll tell you and see if I definitely want some eggs here. I just don't want any bread. Let me see what we got here. Breakfast. A lot of it's just I'm not sure. The place I normally go to. Crepes. I don't know. Maybe here. Tostadas, sandwiches, no. Doesn't look like they're gonna have any breakfast here, so I'm not in the mood for pastries at this time. All right, bocadillo sandwiches and burgers. I want breakfast. Let's see some more cafes over here. And so, for me, why Santiago? I'll tell you, Santiago's like a big little city. So it's big enough that it's big, but small enough to where it's not crazy big. See the cathedral right up there, the background back there. And so here's another cafe. It's closed as well. There's some people over there, but again, it's just usually coffee, and I want eggs. Tortilla. Let's see. Let me see if they have something here. de la tortilla. Okay, so let me try this. I'll check with you in a bit.